Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing some animation mistakes that can be found in Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2. Now, obviously, if you guys have been a Ninjago fan for quite some time, you would know that animation mistakes are definitely not new for the Ninjago series. We have been seeing animation mistakes since day one of the series, and I have done several videos in the past talking about previous animation errors that can be found in previous seasons. As hilarious as they aren't that serious at the end of the day. Ninjago is a series made by human beings at the end of the day, and human beings often make mistakes. And Dragons Rising Season 2 is definitely full of animation mistakes and a few other continuity errors that are interesting to explore. So for today's video, we will be doing just that, talking about a lot of the animation mistakes that can be found in Dragons Rising Season 2. Now, really quick before we get into the actual mistakes of Dragons Rising Season 2, I would like to discuss really quick what an animation mistake is not. This right here, this sequence, has been talked about quite a bit, especially in my comment section, for featuring one single frame where Lloyd has an abnormally long neck right here. This would not count as an animation mistake. This is simply just animation in action. If you pause on animation, especially the type of animation that Wildbrain does with Ninjago, 9 times out of 10, it's going to look extremely weird like this. So Turtleneck Lloyd, as I like to call him, is not an animation mistake as much as it is just animation in action. It's not like Lloyd is walking around randomly in the background with an abnormally long neck like this. It's just animation in action, and when you play it back, when you play the sequence back, you can see that Lloyd just kind of gets kicked forward. It's only for a single frame where his neck is like that. That's not an animation mistake. Like I said, that is just animation in action. Figured I should mention that because that's definitely not what we will be covering in today's videos. Alright, so moving on to the actual animation mistakes. Here we have a clip from Season 2, Episode 1, The Blood Moon, where the ninja are celebrating saving Ninjago City. All of the citizens are celebrating with them, and when it cuts back here to the dance setup, you can see what appears to be Lloyd standing back there. Yeah, right back here in the corner, that is very clearly Lloyd. His hair and the mask are all messed up. He's just kind of standing back there, just not moving, and it's obviously not Lloyd because when we cut a little bit later to the ninja, Lloyd is standing right here. But funny enough, when you cut back to the whole dance sequence, that weird phantom Lloyd can still be seen back there. Yep, there he is, right back there, just unmoving, just staring at Labo. Kind of creepy, Slender Lloyd, I'll call him. Yeah, very creepy. And also, speaking of that scene earlier when we cut to the actual ninja, there's another animation mistake in that sequence as well, where Kai is actually wearing the wrong costume. So all of the ninja are supposed to be in their mech pilot outfits here, except for Kai, who I guess decided to wear his merge suit during this sequence, despite literally being in his mech pilot suit in the previous scene, as seen here when he's saving Fugitive. So just a classic mistake there, classic instance of a ninja wearing the wrong costume. We've seen that in Ninjago for as long as the series has been active and running. Also from episode 1, we have a misspelling featuring the Ninjago language on one of the signs of one of the shops of the crossroads. As you can see here, we have ourselves a sign in the Ninjago language Ninjargon. When translated to English, it's supposed to say grand opening sale, but instead they're missing a couple of letters, so it actually says grad open egg sale. Interesting. I wonder what that means. Next up, we have this scene from episode 2 when the ninja are all staring at Sora's graffiti. Zane says scanning, walks forward, yet his mouth does not move. Kind of a creepy Phantom Zane moment there. Now, this could just be his inner audio echoing out, not really him talking, but I don't think we've ever really seen that before with his mouth not moving. So I'd say this is a classic animation mistake of a ninja not moving like they are supposed to, or in this case, you know, not moving at all. Here's something interesting from Dragon's Rising Season 2, Episode 4, and thankfully the Ninjago wiki has provided an animation here of the mistake in question. Kai can be seen sort of glitching when Egalt is attacking them here. It's almost like his head turns only for a few frames, as if the animation isn't fully done there. It's very glitchy, it's very staticky. It's definitely not like as smooth as it could be. Again, this is another example of an animation mistake. It's almost like the frames in there aren't fully complete. There are a couple of frames where Kai's head is completely still. He's supposed to be turning his head. Instead, he's kind of glitching out like a robot. Also kind of creepy, like a lot of these animation mistakes end up being. In episode 7 of season 2, we also have this sequence right here with a flashback featuring a younger Kai and a younger Nia at the blacksmith shop. Now, what's interesting to note about this sequence right here, Kai does not have his freckles from the previous time that we saw a younger version of his design, also at the blacksmith shop. Now, this could just be an animation oversight, or maybe they are simply retconning the young Kai design, similar to what we saw with the younger Lloyd from last season's flashbacks. It's not that big of a deal personally. I don't think Kai not having his freckles is the end of the world. Just thought it was interesting to note that, yeah, Kai has his freckles the previous time we saw this younger design, but not when we see him in Dragon's Rising Season 2. Here's something nice and awkward, and it's sort of the inspiration for this entire video. During the sequence in episode 9 of season 2, where the ninja are disguising themselves in the wolf mask warrior outfits, Kai here can be seen with a very interesting and very askew hairstyle. That is definitely not how Kai's hair usually looks. And it's even worse in movement, man. That just looks disgusting. No. So here's what I think happened. So obviously when Kai is wearing the wolf mask, his hair is going to be smushed in a little bit. Maybe this is the hair model that they used when he's wearing the mask, and instead in this sequence right here, they accidentally used that hairstyle instead of the normal one, I'm guessing. Either way, this just looks, ew. It's just so weird. I remember watching this sequence for the first time and being super distracted by the fact that Kai's hair looked like that. It's obviously not like the worst thing ever, you know, but it's still way too small. It's not styled like it usually is. He's missing a lot of the key spikes up front. I don't even know what to describe him as, man. That just looks disgusting. And finally, from Dragon's Rising Season 2, Episode 10, we get this sequence right here featuring Kai, Sora, and Wildfire being surrounded by the Wolf Mask warriors after being unmasked during the Blood Moon ritual. Right here, all of the ninja are in their Wolf Mask outfits, their Wolf Mask disguises. The mechs drop into place, obviously. Sora jumps into hers. That's all fine and dandy. Kai jumps into his, wearing his climber suit, even though literally 2 seconds prior we saw him wearing his wolf mask outfit, literally the previous frame. So what's going on here? How did Kai switch outfits that quickly? Well, he's just that cool, and he's just that guy. So with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here, talking about some animation mistakes that can be found in Dragon's Rising Season 2. Now, with that being said, since Season 2 so far is 10 episodes long, each episode at 22 minutes, I guarantee you there are some mistakes that can be found still that a lot of folks have not found just yet. I tried to find what I could doing research on the Ninjago wiki, as well as watching through the episodes myself. I ended up with quite a few, but I'm sure there are more out there. Of course, though, we also still have Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2 coming out later. Long story short, this will definitely not be the last video that I make regarding animation mistakes in Ninjago Dragon's Rising. But until next time, that'll wrap it up for my thoughts for this specific video. Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. Which of these animation mistakes did you find to be the most awkward, hilarious, unsettling, all of the above? Let me know down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.